You may sit down there and take over the Region 3 office already because you're, di ba? Payag ka ba doon, General Corpus? Si IDG ka ba ngayon? Okay, sige, thank you. Good afternoon.
In 2017, January 23, I became the regional chief of the legal service, particularly in Region 3, sir, Your Honor.
Do not touch the witness, please, General Bato.
Yes.
Yeah.
At that time, Your Honor, my regional director was Aaron Aquino.
Yes.
During that time that I assumed, being the regional chief, it is incumbent upon me, of course, to have an inventory first of all the cases pending in my office. What I did that time is that I saw vividly on my eyes that this case has been pending in my office prior to my successor, meaning to say the former regional chief of legal service. And as stated a while ago by Sir PDEA, Aaron Aquino, on the last quarter of 2016, it was the time that he was able to browse the motion for reconsideration, the draft motion for reconsideration. Now, at the time that I am assumed the office as regional chief, Your Honor, I reviewed first the case and I showed him what his regional legal officer drafted. He vividly told me to review it. So upon assumption, Your Honor, I saw immediately that the memorandum or the motion for reconsideration was dated March 14 of 2016. So it's in the office around more than 6 months because I assumed January 17, 2017. So what I did is I reviewed the documents, the documents itself only, Your Honor, without any
You were asked to review or on your
Yes.
own volition? You did it?
I was asked to review, Your Honor,
By
by the regional director then, who was Sir
Aaron Aquino?
Yes, Your Honor.
What year was that? What month?
That was around the end of January 2017 because I assumed January 23, Your Honor.
Okay.
For that matter, Your Honor, being a lawyer and an officer of the law, I am bound by the documents at hand. I am not supposed to hear anything, and of course I have heard nothing about them. And even in that time that I was assigned there for almost 2 years, never in any single instance that I was able to know them or personally they came to my office. No, Your Honor. So basically, my resolution, or rather, my legal opinion to the resolution of the motion for reconsideration was based on the documents. Perusal of the documents, there are 4 charge sheets. First, there was a...
Can you cut to the chase, please? Ang haba eh.
Yes, sir. But I want to...
I don't need a story telling
Your
session
Honor.
here. I need to know, what are you trying to explain?
I am trying to explain, Your Honor, that I am bound, the regional directors that I encountered with them, I gave them my resolution, or give them my legal opinion based solely on the documents at hand, Your Honor, the case folder, nothing else, Your Honor. And based
You're
Because,
bound
Your
to
Honor,
show the
yes,
evidence,
sir.
based on the evidence, di ba?
admittedly, Your
In other
Honor,
words, sa sinasabi mo, ikaw ang gumagawa ng decision, pipirmahan na lang ng general, gano'n ba?
yes, Your Honor.
Wala nang pinag-uusapan.
Meron, Your Honor, because they consulted me, Your Honor.
Sorry?
They consulted me for coming.
When did he consult you?
Because, Your Honor,
When did he consult you?
the regional director then was...
He sat down March 2, 2004, 15. 15 ba? 16?
No, Your Honor.
16.
He assumed July or June of 2016.
No, March 2016. Di ba?
June,
June.
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. He assumed on March 2016, but I assumed on on January 2017 only. So upon that time that I was the regional director, I presented for, the documents itself, Your Honor, with my draft legal opinion and resolution. Okay. For the grave offense, Your Honor, it is but incumbent upon me to check definitely what was the charge, particularly in the charge sheet. I took note of the charge sheet. I took note of the investigation report. I took note of the validation report, Your Honor.
No, no,
And-
can you come to the point?
Yes, sir.
What is
Yes,
the
Your
point?
Honor. The point here, Your Honor, they were charged for misconduct, primarily based
Grave misconduct.
grave misconduct.
Hindi
Your Honor.
misconduct, grave misconduct.
Thank you, Your Honor, for grave misconduct
Oh.
basing on the non-compliance with Section 21 of Republic Act 9165.
Mm.
Basically, it's on the chain of custody, Your
Correct.
Honor. And the chain of custody now.
Why is that important?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why
Because
is that important? The answer is you give me the reason. Why is that important? Not yes, Your Honor.
the chain of custody, Your Honor, is very important. First, to prove the integrity of the drugs that was seized at the time of the operation. And second, to prove whether or not there was lapses in the custody or the handling of drug.
And what did you find out? Were there lapses?
Yes, Your Honor. I admit that there was lapses, Your Honor.
No, I don't need to give you a medal because you admit it. All you have to do is say there were lapses.
The records, sir,
Oh.
Your Honor, that there were lapses,
Such as?
such as
No
the
photographs.
inventory, the photographs,
Ah.
and even the SOCO, Your Honor. You're
Oh.
correct a while ago, Your Honor.
Oh.
Even the SOCO. So
And
so
the recital of events.
and
The recital of events, the
yes,
characters.
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Ah.
That- with
So you
respect
agree
to
with
the
that?
Sir, with respect to the characters,
Did you find out who owns the house?
Sir, Mr. Chairman, with respect to the characters or the suspect in this case, the suspect in this case was not Johnson Lee. It was not Johnson Lee, as
Because
stated
now they
here.
transferred. They switched him.
Sir, never did the records itself mention that the name of Johnson Lee.
Are you familiar with the term kabaro? This is the curse of the police department. Until we get rid of that system, na kabaro, we will never solve the problem of the police or law enforcement in this country.
Your Honor, being a lawyer, an officer of the court,
Or you
of
keep
course, a law
repeating that.
enforcer.
I've never said I'm an officer of the court. Stop telling me forms.
Yes.
My point is, the question is, what is the meaning of the chain of custody? That is supposed to protect who?
Of course, Your Honor, the chain of custody is first to prove the
The,
integrity.
the integrity
Yes,
of the
Your Honor.
operation.
Yes,
The
Your Honor.
evidence, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if they don't do that, patay, right? Very
Yes, Your Honor.
strict. The judge has to inspect it after they conduct the test.
Yes.
People have when they catch them, they must immediately have the barangay captain or the media or whatever, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right there and then, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Not
There
the
were
day
lapses.
after.
Not the day
Not 2 days after.
Not on
Did
the
they follow that
record.
here? They did
I
not.
found- yes, they did not follow that.
Oh, sige.
However, Your Honor, I agree with the facts that happened, but it is I vehemently object to the fact that there was a suspect named Johnson Lee. The records itself bears that it is not Johnson Lee who was arrested.
No, let's put it this way. Very simple. I have not made up my mind. I'm just trying to find out. But when I ask who lives in that house, and it says Johnson Lee, and they raided it, aren't you going to question the fact magre-raid ka, hindi mo alam kung sino nakatira sa bahay na yan? You're a lawyer.
Yes,
You're an
Your Honor.
officer of the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't you think you should ask that question? O punta ka doon sa bahay, magre-raid ka, sino ba may-ari niyan, re-raidin natin? Johnson Lee owns that house.
Nonetheless, Your Honor, I admit.
They have the car of Johnson Lee.
Your Honor, that is not within the ambit of my authority to
No, you have to,
check
the
into.
regional director is asking you. Hindi niya pinipirmahan. Dapat alam mo yan.
Your
Tatanungin mo. You want to give good advice.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know, that's why I'm a lawyer. I have several lawyers here. I argue with them. They argue with me. And we research.
Yes, Your Honor.
We research. That's why. You think I would be able to find out if I did not ask? I can show you the text. At midnight last night, I asked somebody in Pampanga to check the houses. And we got it. Did you do that? No, you did not.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
you're trying to
Let's
tell
do
me,
that.
oh, I have to do this, I have to do that.
But
The book, the
basically-
map. Pero, ang pinag-uusapan nandito, ba't tumagal?
Okay. Your Honor, basically, I just read the whole case records. When it comes to the aspect of why does it take long, because, Your Honor, and the decision dated November 14, 2014, that decision went to the chief PNP, Your Honor.
Don't you worry about the fact that a general of the armed forces of the police, a graduate of the Philippine Military Academy, made a decision, dismissal?
Sir, Your Honor,
Don't you worry about that fact?
I know that it was dismissal, Your Honor, but
Oh.
during that time, the decision was rendered in 2014.
Oh,
I assume 2017, Your
umabot
Honor,
na ng
but the records,
2017.
but the records itself, Your Honor, bears that the decision went to the national headquarters, to the
Don't you
office
ask?
of PNP.
Boss, 2014 pa ito, ba't ikaw sa ibabantay, sa ibabaksak? Dapat sa kanya yan, siya ang gumawa ng desisyon. Ba't ibabaksak sa iyo? Ba't
Because-
ibabaksak kay General Corpus? Ang gumawa niya si Petra Santa. Did you ever bother to find out? Sir, dapat siya ang naglabas. Bakit di niya nilabas?
Because, Your Honor, it's true that it was Petra Santa, General Petra
Oh.
Santa, Your Honor, but we are bound by the circular within the PNP that it has to be brought to the national headquarters, particularly the chief PNP, for disposition, Your Honor. And it was
Galing na nga yan sa chain of command. General Purisima told Petra Santa, told the CIDG, oy, tignan mo nga yung mga tao dyan sa Pampanga, nag-reach sila, lahat sila may kotse. Ngayon, tinatanggapin. May kotse, di ba? Yung sinabi sa'yo, may mga kotse na sila, SUV. Di ba, General Magalong? O yan, hinanap ko yung kotse, nakita ko, ilang beses pinagbili. 3 times in 1 day.
Yes, Your
Hindi ka
Honor.
nagdududa doon? Ba't ako nakikita namin yun, kayo hindi nyo nakikita?
Your Honor, we are bound by the strict memorandum. Can I cite, Your Honor, because this
They're also bound by the strict memorandum on how you gather evidence, how you apply for a search warrant, how you make sure that when you go there, you follow the chain of command, the chain of custody.
I'm explaining, Your Honor, why this case was resolved in 2017, because there is a clear and cut memorandum from the national headquarters requiring that all decisions has to reach the national headquarters,
Who issued that?
particularly the chief
Who
PNP.
issued that? Who is the chief PNP?
In the time that it was the chief PNP, Your Honor, it was the one designated to sign was Director Dominador E. Aquino of the DPRM. But
Who is the chief PNP? My
it
question
was,
is,
Your Honor, it was Chief Purisima, Your Honor.
Purisima,
Yes, Your Honor.
who gave the order to General Magalong na imbestigahin yan?
It was likewise, Your Honor, Chief Purisima.
No.
As,
Do you have a copy of that order?
referring to his...
Do you have a copy of that order?
Your Honor, as regards to...
Yes or no?
None, Your Honor, but can I qualify, Your Honor? Because I just heard, Your Honor, a while ago in this
You
proceeding...
just heard.
That he...
Hearsay. Come on.
Yes, Your Honor, it was hearsay on my part because they were the one talking. However, this is a proceedings, Your Honor, that is recorded that he mentioned.
I think, I'm sorry. I respect you. I gave you a wide swath.
Thank you,
You're
Your
not able to explain it.
Honor.
Napakasimple na sinatanong ko lang sa'yo. Simple-simple. Kung magre-review ka ng ebidensya, reviewin mo lahat.
Yes, sir, I have the memory.
Because ang pipirma, yung general eh. Tinatanong ka eh.
Sir, I have the memorandum requiring that the decision has to be approved and signed by the chief PNP. And it's
So what?
So,
So the more reason,
Yes, Your Honor.
shouldn't you have told the chief PNP, boss, tingnan natin maigito ha. Walang litrato yan. Walang chain of custody yan. Yung bahay na ni-raid nila, biglang may lumabas sa Chinese doon. Di ba dapat sasabihin mo yun?
Your Honor, the PNP is governed by a structure, Your Honor.
I'm
This is
sorry.
very-
I'm sorry.
before
I
could
don't
go
have to listen
him,
to you.
he has
I'm sorry. I respect you, but I don't have to listen to this. All right.